Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play Alpha Protocol. As always, I'm your host, J Square John Jeremy, and last we left off, we managed to complete another mission here in Rome, and now we are about to make our way to either complete our Rome assignments, complete our Taipei assignments, or begin a new area in Moscow. If we take a look here, the only mission that's available right now in Rome is intercept Jibril al-Balra at Chateau. We can also go to Moscow, begin Operation Blood Feud, or head back to Taipei and continue our work in the Taipei safe house. You know what, let's do one more Rome mission, and then I want to take a little trip to Mother Russia. Intel suggests your target, Jibril al-Balra, a suspected high-ranking member of Al-Samad, is hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside. Infiltrating the estate shouldn't be difficult, but once there, you'll need to scan the guests one by one to identify al-Balra. Your sniper rifle can upload images to the database and check for a match. Once you have a match, deal with the target. You require an update to your dossier on Jibril al-Balra, your target for this mission, and an informant has provided you with a database of Al-Samad identities. This will allow faster identification of suspects. Okay.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Al-Balra's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who al-Balra's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
Ah, okay, I can zoom in using this.
A nobody.
A nobody, eh? This is cool.
Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target.
I could take you out right now, buddy.
Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
Looks like your guards are clear. Moving up to the next position.
Oh?
In position.
All right, let's begin.
Hot.
Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike.
Patrick Bow Wow.
Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling. Security guard. He's clean.
No, he's not.
Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade, but that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
Anybody over here? Oh.
Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. But definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for you?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
What's wrong with your legs, buddy?
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
Stop walking.
Immigrated to France from the West Bank about 10 years ago, and serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation. He's practically a saint. Keep looking.
Come on, damn it.
An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
What's up with you, buddy?
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out?
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mina, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
Oh, damn it. What's the fact? Jibril Albara. Secret fact. Jibril is a confirmed cell leader of Al Samad, and while his sympathies clearly lie with the terrorist organization, the State Department has implicated him in various financial corruption scandals, but this information doesn't match Interpol's financial records in Albara. Strangely enough, the State Department's evidence was added to Albara's file a few months before Operation Desert Spear was set in motion to deal with Shahid. That sounds pretty shady. I don't know. I think we'll let him go for now. I don't trust it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I do it? Do I do it? He is a confirmed cell leader. You know what? We'll do it with him the same we did to Shahid.
It's done. He's dead.
I hope you're right. If not...
Faith killer. Agent Thornton infiltrated a local estate in search of Jibril Albara, a suspected high-ranking member of Al Samad. Albara was believed to be hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside, so Agent Thornton set up a surveillance post within sight of the main gates, catching the last of the guests as they were arriving. Bonus objective. Agent Thornton identified all the guests at the gate without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the main gate, Agent Thornton moved deeper into the chateau and stalked out the guest house. Bonus objective. Agent Thornton identified all the guests at the guest house without being targeted at the guest house without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the guest house, Agent Thornton stalked out the chateau. Agent Thornton identified Albara and took him out with a sniper rifle. His background check suggested ties to Al Samad, and it was better to take him out than to risk a terrorist incident in Rome. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Albeck's plans. Upon returning to the safe house, Thornton had a message waiting for him requesting a meeting at a local cafe concerning Halbeck. Access email in safe house for new mission details. Okay. So he may not have been a terrorist.
What's that beeping noise?
An important email has arrived. Let's check it out. Unknown sender, we have matters to discuss. Mr. Thornton, I am aware of your mission against Halbeck International, my employer. I have recently learned of past and ongoing moral transgressions committed by those who write my paychecks. If you would be willing to meet me in person, I would like to suggest our mutual enemy. Rather, discuss our mutual enemy. There is a diner downtown where I suggest we meet. Cafe Triunfo. A friend. Mina Tang. I didn't know you were a local fascination. Mike. Just a heads up, someone's been running a lot of web searches with the keywords Mike Thornton and Michael Thornton in the Milan area. Whoever is doing it did it through a Halbeck Milan office computer, though they used a public terminal, so I can't trace it back to a particular end user. I'll let you know if I find out more. DV server. I know you worked at the facility for all of, like, 5 minutes before your first mission, but did you ever get login credentials for a DV server? I'm guessing not, but I figured I'd ask. I thought I knew every server and terminal in this facility, but I overheard Parker muttering something to Westridge about sifting around the DV server. Scarlet Lake, Moscow Tunnel Collapse. Hello, Mr. Thornton. I have a friend in Moscow who owes me a favor. I'm sure she can help me get this story on the circuits. It's never the fuck-ups that cause such a scandal. It's the cover-ups. Fortunately, people never learn that, so I have a job. I'll take that $1,000. I can reply for a DV server. Hi, Mina. During my very brief time at the facility, I was provided with login credentials for the Chimera and Erebus servers only. Sorry I can't be of more help. Good luck eavesdropping on your employer's top-secret data networks. M. Thornton. Or brief. I'm not familiar with that server. Look into it and let me know if it yields anything interesting. Or snarky. Yes, I did. Username M. Thornton. Password MILF Lover. That's funny. You know, I don't like that snarky response as much as like the cordial response, so I'm gonna go with the cordial response. You know, but whatever. That happened. Oh, I have to respond back to the guy. Dear Anonymous, I'll meet up at the agreed upon location at a time of my choosing. I will contact you when en route to the location. Be on standby until then. Or Mina, can you search the Halbeck system for more information on this email? I'm curious as to how this person found out my name and email. Or Taunt, dear friend, sorry, I don't meet with cowards who send anonymous emails. If we're going to meet, I'm going to need a name, contact info, date of birth, social security numbers, and 2 forms of identification. We'll agree. Sure. If you know my email address, then you're kind of important, I'm gathering. Contact Halbeck informant. Meet with an anonymous Halbeck contact in a cafe in Rome and find out what he knows about Halbeck's presence in the city and how Al-Samad may be involved. Additional intel environment in the store. Alright, so let's go back up. I want to buy that. That wasn't the store. This is the store. Dossier information on Marburg. Purchasing this intel will expand your dossier on Marburg. Sure, I'll do that. Now I can go ahead and start this mission. Let's see how badly this screws up me. Oh yeah.
No sign of our mysterious Halbeck contact yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I've never been stood up in my life.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
I'm just stating the facts.
Who are
Switch
you?
off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
Transmitter's off. I don't plan on reaching for my gun unless you make it necessary.
Once I have the information I need, I plan to leave. You will not be harmed. You've made an effort to broadcast your arrival in Rome. Why?
I'm here to find out what Halbeck is doing in Rome and their ties to Al-Samad.
And What led you to believe that Halbech has any interests in Rome or Al-Samad?
Are you denying that either one is true?
I do not believe you would have come here without evidence.
And what makes you think that?
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton.
Yep.
Straight out of Langley.
Yep.
Perhaps they felt the Untouchables approach would benefit them.
Yep.
I'm a spy, actually, but you can't expect me to put that in my file. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. But not to me.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all, unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So am I, and I think we have room to negotiate.
No, I am not authorized to make deals. Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
Why should I negotiate with you? How long will it be before they have a new chief of security, new secrets? You're just getting set up like I was.
You are ignorant. Halbech is not the same hierarchy as your organization, and the term loyalty is not used there lightly. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Awkward. Marburg expressed disdain for Agent Thornton's violent activities in Rome, citing his recklessness in attempting to expose Halbech and Al-Samad's activities in the city. The only violent act I've ever done is kill that guy, but I guess it's big enough. The connection between Marburg, the VCI, Halbech, and Al-Samad's presence in Rome is still unclear. Marburg threatened that any further investigation attempts would result in the deaths of Agent Thornton and anyone else allied with him. Upon returning to the safe house, Mina picked up a phone trace from a VCI employee working with Marburg attempting to contact the local authorities. New mission gained. Contact Madison St. James.
You weren't hard to find in Rome, you know. The shooting outside of Rome. That poor professor. Taking the bullet like that. Finding you was easy.
I could say the same. I didn't expect a face-to-face meeting.
And that's when you and Mr. Marburg met up and had lunch.
When we talked, he had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
We discussed business. Turns out both of us have experience with abuse of authority.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe, also came into the conversation. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Awkward. So it looks like that guy was actually a professor after all.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg. Unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger.
Duh.
I know it sounds crazy, but...
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She's a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Okay. Hey, look at that. I can finally level up my spy things. Awesome. That's right. I am more powerful spy. Shadow Operative Expert now lasts for 20 seconds. Fantastic. I'm okay with that. Alright, guys. Well, we have kind of crossed the threshold here in Rome. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here, and next time on Let's Play Alpha Protocol, perhaps we'll take a side adventure over in Moscow. But that's next time. Until then, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing out, saying so long, and take care.